Hi guys, it's Rachel. I am recording this for probably the 8th time. I'm trying to figure out how to ask a question without taking 20 minutes to ask the question. So I'm gonna reverse the idea of what it is I'm trying to say. Say you live in a state that's had super cold weather, that's negative 30 degrees, your hands are chapped, you can barely take a breath of air sometimes because when the wind blows it's like you can't breathe because the air is so cold, and you just kind of get a little bit of a shock, and you get stuck in a routine, and we live in this weather for months at a time because it's here for months at a time. How do you break out of the mental idea of being cooped up, and what are things and activities that you do to get outside? And there's obviously the crushed Red Bull crushed ice. I'm sure that there's parks you can go to, but for a single gal like myself, who's in her late 20s and has a job that's Monday through Friday and has weekends off, I don't know where to go to get outside and get fresh air and communicate with people and congregate. I'm a little bit stuck and I'm looking for ideas. And what I want to do is I want to incorporate that thing that I get into, whatever it is, whatever community is I decide to get involved with. It's gonna take time for me to get into that routine, right? And where I'm going with this is kind of into a different topic that I would like to talk about. I went to coffee with my buddy Erica Hanna, and I talked to her today about a video blog that I wanted to create probably 3 weeks ago, that I did create but I never uploaded. And it's called the 6-month routine. What that means is, to me, it takes longer than 21 days to make a habit. To me, in my eyes, it takes like 3 months. That's more realistic. Because the first month is trial and error. The second month is getting comfortable, getting, that routine into your schedule. And by the third month, it's kind of like riding a bike. By the time you finally figure it out, you're like, okay, yeah, I got this. And then another 3 months go by, and then it's almost like you get bored. And I think that that's what's happened, is we've been in winter for so long, and I think there's some people out there that are like, I'm going nuts and I'm bored and I don't know what to do. And again, I'm just curious to know what ideas, or not ideas, but what are things that you've been doing to get out of the house and not hibernate for 6 months out of the year? Because I feel like that's what I do. And it's something that's been on my mind because I was driving home, like I said, I was driving home from work about 3 weeks ago, and I got a new job last June, and I knew it would take a while for me to adjust to things, but I didn't know how long. And I thought to myself, this is going to be great. I'm going to have a consistent routine, because beforehand I did not have a consistent routine. My schedule was literally all over the map. And I've just been kind of stuck in a rut with this weather. Work is great. I've been keeping busy on the weekends. I just moved into a new place, so that's been fun, and my roommate's been really awesome. But then I started to kind of get into a slump, and I think part of it is I'm eating well, and I'm also attempting to do my best to join a chat called Wellness Chat. It's on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. If that's incorrect, just click on the link below that's in the About This Video section. And what I do is I write up a little dialogue of what I've said at one point in the video, so that you can kind of watch whatever you would like to watch in this video. Which is why I'm okay with making this video go over 4 minutes long, or 7 minutes, or however long it's going to be. So what I did today was I decided that to get out of this routine, or this, not this routine, but get out of this hibernation and this idea of, my gosh, it's so cold outside. I think what happened was I needed to start eating better, so I've been doing that, and hence joining the Wellness Chat. And the Wellness Chat has opened my eyes to different things, like what types of sugar are really bad for you, and what are different types of recipes, and what are fun things that I can do in my kitchen. What are things that I can make that are healthy for me. And then in addition to that, excuse me for just 1 second, in addition to that, meal planning and being prepared at work so that I'm not, leaving to go get a lunch when I should be eating probably, once every 3 hours. And so I have energy during the day. And then at lunchtime, I can take a lunch break, but not necessarily even a lunch break, but I can go work out. So to break that routine up during the day, I finally told myself, you know what? I need to go buy workout clothes. So what did I do today? It's Sunday, I'm getting ready for the week. I went to Old Navy and I bought myself 3 new workout tops. And I'm really excited about this because I need to do this. I need to do this for myself. Not only that, but I'm also going to California in July, and it's for a Switchfoot Concert. And I've got a lot to say in this video because there's a lot that's going on and I haven't made a video in a long time. So just bear with me, or enjoy this video if you've been watching it the entire time. And if you have, gracias. And I don't feel strong. I look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, you look good, but you could definitely improve. And what's in the mirror is my competition. So my goal is to work out at least 3 days a week, which I think is very realistic. And it'll be I'll focus for 30 minutes on something, and I'm sure that in a few months I'm going to start feeling better, and I'm going to notice a difference. And I know it's not going to be an overnight thing, but I'm really excited about being able to get into a new routine, because I think that that's what's been going on, going back to the 6-month thing. I've gotten into the routine of, okay, wake up, pack my lunch, get to work, do my thing, come home, got into a routine. And I've been doing the same routine for too long, getting bored, which is also why I asked in the beginning, what do you do how you congregate with people, and how do you stay active and involved with, society? And then B, the idea of getting into shape and feeling better, and just knowing that your competition is in the mirror. And how can you better yourself? What are we at? 7 minutes. So there's that. And then again, like I said, going to California, I'm going to be going to San Diego in July. And it's for A, vacation, B, to visit people out there that I have been meeting to just meet, because they are really good people and they're doing awesome things. And it'd be an honor to meet some of those people and just hear about, actually sit down and have conversation with them and talk about, the things that they're passionate about and the things that I'm passionate about, and what can I help them with and what can they help me with. And in addition to that, Switchfoot's got this concert coming up. It's called Bro-Am, and what Bro-Am is it's a if I've read everything correctly, it's a concert that they host every year. This is their 10th annual one, that's in July. And they put on a concert to raise money for a nonprofit called StandUp for Kids. And it's for a really good cause. These kids are homeless. They don't really have anywhere to go, but they're looking for direction because they know that they need help, and they need a little bit of help getting connecting with the right people, and just even the basics of the clothes on the back. And then who knows, maybe they want to get their diploma, and they maybe were a dropout, but they know that getting an education is important. I haven't done a ton of research on the nonprofit, so if you know more about it and you'd like to connect and talk about it, that would be awesome. So connect if you know more about that. But the basis of the concert is to promote Stand Up for Kids, raise money for it, and then there's a surfing contest, because Switchfoot is actually the name of the band. Switchfoot, it's actually a surfing term. You can always switch your feet and you can move in a different direction. So I think that the concept behind the band's name is really cool, and also I really like what the band stands for. They're on one of their tours, they actually collected backpacks for kids, like Stand Up for Kids, and they collected the backpacks and they gave it to the kids that, you know, needed those essential things, and literally what they have on their back is, that's their life on their back. And for me, that's a really hard concept to grasp. Really hard. Because I grew up, if that's the case, then I grew up super fortunate. And so I'm really looking forward to that in July. And in order for me to know that I've done my best so I can feel good when I'm on the beach, about the workout clothes, I'm going to work out 3 days a week, and then my roommate and I are going to do Zumba. I think we're doing Zumba tonight. I think I just need to move, and I just need to get the blood flowing again. So I'm super excited about that. That was a lot. That was a mouthful. We're over 10 minutes. So if you have ideas for fun things to do, and I think Grand Old Days is coming up, but that's not for 3 more months. I live on the western side of Minneapolis, and I really like it. Pretty close to work. Has anybody done a red light, yellow light, green light event? I went to one of those 4 years ago. If you would like, if you are interested in the idea of doing a red light, green light, yellow light meet and greet with people, assuming you know what that means, email me. Green light means you're single. Red light, so you would, okay, so you're supposed to wear these colors. If you're green, you're supposed to wear green if you're single. If you're seeing someone that you're pretty interested in and you're not necessarily open to dating other people, then you wear yellow light, because you gotta kind of be cautious about, you know, how you're trying to interact with said person. And then red light means that you're taken, like you're probably in a serious relationship, and you know that that person is the person that you're with is the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. That would be fun. And then on top of that, when I went out to coffee with Erica earlier today, I mentioned, and I know I mentioned this 2 months ago, CNN Heroes. Who remembers the name? I think it's Chad. Chad is for sure his first name. I can't remember his last name. But he grew up on the Mississippi River. He's been living on the Mississippi River since he was 17 years old. And he was getting really sick of people or the government not helping clean up the river because he knew it was dirty. And he knew that he had to do something about it. So he has been cleaning up the Mississippi River. And I think that's been his main focus. And I forget what the website is called, but that's something else I want to do, is an environmental cleanup, because whenever I'm about to throw something in the trash, I ask myself whether or not it really belongs in the trash or if it belongs in the recycling bin. Because I have no idea what the process is of going from when I put something in a recycling bin, where does it go and how does it end up being a different product or recycled product. So that's another thing that I want to look at and look into. This video is nearly 14 minutes long, which is plenty of time for me to be talking. But like I said, I had a mouthful of things I wanted to talk about. So, just to retrack here. Eating better, exercising 3 days a week, moving. Get out of that 6-month rut. Environmental cleanup. Who would like to join me in doing something fun like that? Just to get outdoors again because of how crappy and cold it's been outside. And if you're from Minnesota, if you're from the Minneapolis area, give me a holler. I'll even, my email is rachel.ryan09@gmail.com. Email me. Let's get in touch. I'm also, Erica Hannah suggested that I begin a hashtag topic, certain day of the week and pick a time. And we're just going to talk about environmental things and fun things that we can do to get outside and get active again. And then the red light, green light, yellow light. And I think that's it. So if you watched all nearly 14 minutes and 40 seconds of this, thank you. I appreciate it. I had a lot to say and I didn't want to write it all out in a blog. Stay tuned. My next video will be much shorter, I promise, because I've wanted to talk about this stuff with you guys, whoever is watching. And I want to get out there and want to get involved with society again, because I feel like I've been cooped up for too long. Gosh darn Minnesota weather, I tell ya. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Cheers.